Hey guys, I'm Lynnie with Sunflower Spirit Tarot, and I'm here with a love reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any other significant placements. This will be a he said, she said spread, which means I'm going to be asking 4 questions: how you see your person, how you feel about your person, what you want from this connection, and how you want to move forward in this connection. I'm going to be asking all of those same questions from your person's perspective. This deck is going to represent your voice and perspective, Aries, and this deck is going to represent the voice and the perspective of the person that you are currently romantically connected to or wish to be. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of this month. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's totally free, okay? You can join this community. You can become an official sunflower. And to all of my sunflowers out there, thank you so much. I appreciate your love and your support. If you like anything that I do, even if this reading isn't for you, go ahead and consider subscribing, okay? All right, so Aries, let's get started. How does Aries see or perceive the person that they are currently romantically connected to? How does Aries see this person? How does Aries see this person? We have the 10 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. How does Aries feel about this person? How does Aries feel about this person? And I'm going to be asking all the questions first, and then I'll be going through one by one. We have the 5 of Cups and the Page of Swords. What does Aries want from this connection? What does Aries want from this connection? What does Aries want from this? We have the Chariot, Cancer energy, and the Page of Wands. And how is Aries moving forward? How is Aries moving forward? We have the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Wands. Ooh, strong fire sign energy. And the Fool, strong Aries energy at the bottom of the deck here. Okay, now let's pull for your person here. How does this person see Aries? How does this person see Aries? We have the Prince of Swords. Y'all both have that card. It's not in the same spot, but it's a synchronicity for me. And the Princess of Chalices. All right, and how does this person feel about Aries? How does this person feel about Aries? We have the 8 of Swords and the Ace of Chalices. What does this person desire from their connection with Aries? What does this person want from this connection? 5 of Wands and the Devil. Interesting. And how is this person moving forward in their connection with Aries? How is this person moving forward in their connection with Aries? We have the Priestess and the King of Pentacles. Interesting. We have the Princess of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, I'll talk about what all this stuff means here. Let's get it going. We have the 10 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. For how you see or perceive this person, you feel like this person may have potential, okay? You see this person as somebody who could be a partner, could be in partnership with you. And the reason why I'm talking like that is because like the 10 of Wands is like feeling overwhelmed or feeling burdened or feeling as if you're at the end of your rope or something is exhausted. So when I see these 2 cards together, something is ending and something else is beginning. But when I see it in how you perceive this person, how you see this person, it's almost like it would be too much work to even get this started. Like you already, maybe what you're doing is like seeing the end of this relationship before it even really begins. Or maybe you guys have been dating or talking and there's some level of commitment that this person wants from you that you feel like you're not ready to provide, or it would be too much responsibility for you to take on, like, or it would be too much work, or it's too stressful to be in a committed relationship with this person. If you guys are already in a committed relationship, this could speak to engagement or moving in together. You just see some aspect or some new chapter or new beginning, whether it's with this person or within this relationship, as overwhelming or burdensome. And that's not really the way that you want to like look at these things. Obviously, things require work, and healthy relationships, all relationships require some level of responsibility and some level of sacrifice and some level of doing things even when you don't feel like it. But to me, it's like when it comes to this person, you're just like, oh, like, what do they want? Like, that's the kind of energy that I'm getting. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know. and the way that you feel about them, the Five of Cups and the Page of Swords, I think you're very emotionally reserved when it comes to this person. I think you're somebody who likes to observe other people. And this might be somewhat, like, I don't know, provocative of a way of saying this, but this is what I say in my own head. I give people enough rope to hang themselves, which means to me is that what I feel like you're doing is the same thing. It's like you're giving people the opportunity to show you who they really are without too many boundaries, without too many restrictions, without too many rules, right? Dating, relationship, or otherwise. And you're watching how they behave. You're watching the choices that they kind of instinctually make or naturally make, and they're disappointing. You just feel like this person is not going to be able to satisfy you emotionally in a relationship. I think that you feel like no matter how many chances you give this person, or no matter how many times you overlook a red flag, or no matter how many times like you give this person an opportunity to show you something different, it's going to end up in the same result. It's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You're damned if you give this person a chance because it's just going to be disappointing, and you're damned if you don't because it's like, well, what if they would have gotten it together that time? I just feel like you don't really know how to feel when it comes to this romantic connection. We have the Chariot and the Page of Wands. For your highest hopes and deepest desires, you have some sort of vision for what your partnership or your relationship could be with this person. And what I think is that you want them to sort of live up to your expectation or live up to your ideal without too much shaping, without too much forming, and without too much work on your part. Kind of where this idea of compatibility comes in is this person already the person that you want? Like, that's what you really have to ask yourself. Do you actually want this person, or do you only want this person if they behave in this way, if they do this thing, if they act like this? And then maybe you realize you don't really actually want that person. You might have a strong connection with this person. You might really enjoy their company. You might have a crush on them. You might really be in love with them. But maybe, just maybe, if your deepest desires are for them to live up to something, or live up to this vision that you have for the future, or to be the person that you want them to be, as opposed to totally accepting them for who they are, then maybe this is just a compatibility issue, right? All right, let's keep going. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Wands, and how you're moving forward. I don't think that you're letting anything stop you from living your life, living your best life at that. I feel like you're somebody who doesn't really wait for people to catch up. Now, we said your deepest desires is that you would hope that they kind of rise to the occasion, or fill that role, or meet your expectations in a way, but I don't think you're going to wait for that to happen. I think that you are eager to do what you want to do. You're eager to march to the beat of your own drum. And it's almost like you're looking for cheerleaders more than you're looking for an actual partner. Like, you're the star quarterback. It doesn't matter what body you're in. This is not a masculine, feminine thing, but you're the star quarterback. You're looking for a cheerleader who's going to keep supporting you and encouraging you so you can do what you need to do. You're not necessarily like looking to develop somebody. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you don't want to take your time and invest your time, effort, and energy in like creating this person, or molding or shaping this person, because people don't really change. If it's not already in them and they haven't really shown you that already, chances are it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? With the Fool being at the bottom of the deck, this is you just being free. This is you not having any attachments or any responsibilities. I think that this person might be too big of an investment or too big of a project for you. All right, how this person sees you. Now, this is the synchronicity that we got. It's called the Prince of Swords, but it's the Page of Swords. It's the same level. And the Princess of Chalices or Cups. This tells me that this person sees you as somebody who's very skeptical, somebody who's highly vigilant, somebody who's always waiting for them to make a mistake. It's like, before you can really fully love them, you just got to keep your eye on them. So you're coming out like that, right? That's something I read on your side, and that is how they perceive you. They just maybe see you as somebody who's very skeptical or not as trusting, even though the emotions are there, even though the feelings are there, even though you have a desire to connect with them in a certain way. You're holding back because you're not sure. They can feel that uncertainty. They can feel that, like, you haven't truly made your decision about whether or not you're going to invest. They can feel that. Like I said, it doesn't even matter how long you've been together. It doesn't matter what's going on. I just feel like you guys are at a level where you're trying to decide if you're going to take it any further, and they can see you aren't sure. They can see it. Eight of Swords and the Ace of Chalices, and how they feel about you. Okay, they almost feel like it's unrequited love when it comes to you. They feel like they're the only person in this situation that actually is emotionally invested. And they're not wrong based on what I see. You may have some sort of emotional attachment or some level of emotion towards this person. But as far as any kind of real emotional investment, I don't see that happening from your end. And I do feel like this person is just like, I don't know, they feel like you don't want what they're offering, or like you don't want their love. And I'm not sure. It's almost like you guys are on the same page. So why are we dragging it out, kind of thing? The Five of Wands and the Devil card and their highest hopes, deepest desires, you trigger them in a way that nobody else ever has, or at least nobody has in this capacity or in this kind of romantic relationship. It's like you expose their fears. They feel like they're always having to overcome insecurity. They also feel like you might keep them in competition. That could be their own insecurity, right? That you're keeping them as an option, and you're putting them in competition, and you're never really faithful or loyal or anything like that. This coming out as a highest hope or deepest desire is that they want to overcome those fears and insecurities so that they can, I don't know. I think that I think in some ways, okay, I think in some ways you make this person feel badly about themselves. Okay. I don't know if you think that you've been like kind of surreptitiously, I don't know, making judgments, but they can feel it. If you haven't like actually told them, and you might actually be saying things like, hey, this isn't up to par. Hey, you don't meet my standard here. Hey, this isn't going to work for me. Like you might be keeping them on their toes as far as like your standards and stuff. But even if you're not, even if you're just kind of silently making these judgments, there is some sort of insecurity that is so deeply triggered within this person when it comes to you, that they feel like their deepest desire and highest hope for your connection is that they someday learn how to overcome those great and incredible insecurities when it comes to you. They just want to be able to feel like they're good enough. And I think that they struggle with inadequacy without you. I think maybe that could be partially why you guys met, so that you can kind of create a little friction there for you and for them, right? Because you're learning that if they're not if they're not the person you already want them to be, then what's the point, right? Connect with people who are already in that mold and then figure out how to make it from there, right? They're figuring out that they are good enough. They do deserve love. They don't have to put themselves in unrequited situations. They don't have to prove themselves. They don't have to prove themselves worthy of anybody's love. Not yours, not anybody's, right? We have the Priestess and the King of Pentacles. Oh, I thought that was two. And the King of Pentacles and how they're moving forward. This tells me that they're just focused right now on their sense of security, their stability. They're moving forward in that way as well. They want to get to a place where within them, they know that they're good enough, that they have enough, that they can do enough, that they're solid, that they're stable. With two different kings of different suits, coming here in this position, it tells me that maybe y'all just want different things. Maybe y'all don't prioritize the same things in relationship. Maybe you guys' values aren't aligned. Maybe you guys' personalities aren't complementary towards each other. And I just feel like maybe it's time for one of you at least to make a decision to like let this go. I'm not going to tell you what to do because I'm not going to keep you warm at night. But what I will say is that you guys are on the same page, even if you don't feel like you're on the same page. You're just struggling with different things right now. You're learning different lessons, and it's important for you guys to integrate those lessons moving forward. All right, Aries, this is what I have for you guys. I hope that this was helpful or enlightening in some way. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And I'll be with you next time.